What's up, my fellow creepers and things that go bump in the night? Welcome back to another episode of Creature of the Night. I'm your host, Toxin, your friendly neighborhood sinner. You should know what to do. Slash that subscribe button and ding that little bell to let you know every time I upload so you can keep up to date with me, guys. Now, because of being snowed in all weekend, hopefully everybody's staying safe out there if you're in Texas or wherever you're at that you're snowed in. Um, but I got to catch up on a few movies. There are a lot more that I'm coming out with, and I know I did miss a few coming out this weekend just because, again, being snowed in. But I will try to get you up to date with those as soon as I can. But I feel like this film didn't do too good in theaters. I remember seeing the trailer for it, and I forgot which film it was that I went to go see that it played the trailer, and I actually was fully invested. It looked interesting. I feel like they look at the actor Pete Davidson, and they kind of just don't take him seriously. He's more of a comedic actor, but I will say he actually held his own in this, and I wasn't too disappointed. There are always improvements that can be made in different kind of films, rather the actor or the actual film itself. But guys, it is on Hulu. Make sure you check it out. This is my spoiler review. If you want to check out my spoiler-free review, hop on down to the description below and give me a follow over on TikToks, guys. Spoiler-free over there and spoilers here, guys. And keep an eye on it because I've been uploading and I'm noticing that TikTok is really not pushing it out, and my numbers are a little bit lower than they usually are. So I don't know what's going on with that, guys, but I'm gonna keep trying to bring y'all content. Just bear with me, guys. And I'm speaking, of course, of the home.
Sometimes, when things are bad on the outside, we have to look on the inside.
Okay, going into this, guys, seeing the trailer, I really don't like. Again, y'all know I don't like to see trailers, but when you go see a movie, you kind of don't have a choice. They're gonna play trailers for you. But this one, I was invested in. I'm like, okay, maybe it's just some kind of form of dementia, maybe Alzheimer's, maybe they're experimenting on these old people, and they're just they're keeping them locked up and doing shit to them. I wasn't too far off, but I did not see that it was a cult following, and this cult is essentially following this goddess, this Roman goddess of youth, for named Dia. I've never heard of this goddess before, never heard of it referenced in any other film. So I mean, it's pretty cool to get up to see new deities and all that being introduced through film. But essentially, we meet this character Max, played by Pete Davidson. He is a foster kid. He's adopted into this house by foster parents, and he actually ends up meeting his brother there. Is not his biological brother, obviously, but they have the same thicker than blood, because their love for each other sibling is like, just because they're not biological, it doesn't mean that they don't have love for one another. So essentially, the Luke grows up and he's gonna go off to college, and it turns out he actually ends up taking his own life because he's having a hard time in college, and then that sends Max on a spiral down the drain. He's doing drugs, he's doing this and that, he's on the wrong side of the law, getting in trouble, and the foster parents have had enough. So, you know what, we can't bail you out no more, but they do like prevent them from going to jail. So the judge works out a deal. Okay, do community service. I have this home for old folks that they need a handyman. You're gonna be there for 4 months, living on site, which is pretty crazy. And he goes, and as he's going, he's actually makes bonds, makes connections. These people are actually really good. They're great people, and that's when he starts noticing, because he's that things are starting to happen around the home, that he keeps waking up and his home, like where he's living, it's always unlocked. Even though he locks the door, there's a weird situation where these people are walking around naked. The old people are actually very sexually active, and he kind of catches them a lot. And he's hearing screaming from the fourth floor, which he is not permitted to enter. And that's when he goes up and sees even older people that are just they either attack him or they're just like catatonic. It's just so weird that they're just sitting in wheelchairs and just sitting there not doing anything. It's kind of weird. And that's when he starts noticing too that certain older people are starting to disappear. He's starting to see that he's actually becoming weaker. He's not sleeping too well. He's not looking like himself. He's looking older. It's literally looking like his essence is being drained from him. And that's when we get the big reveal that it actually is being drained from him. Dia being the goddess of youth, these people have found essentially the fountain of youth, and it's it's a little sac that's behind your right eye. It's like a gland.
What did he say?
And they think it's just like, science says it's like for nothing, but they found out like no, if they ingest this or whatever, they can stay. I wouldn't say useful, but they keep living forever. They kind of stay the age that they are, but they have like the energy of a 20-year-old. And one big thing that they kept saying through this whole thing was that their ability to keep having sex like as if they're teenagers. So that's a whole thing. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, boy.
His foster parents are actually in on it, and if he later finds out that his brother is actually upstairs on the fourth floor, it's the person who's been trying to attack him, and it's pretty crazy. I was like, oh, so they literally are draining these life forms, these life these people, these young people, just to keep on living and doing what they're doing. And it's crazy because it's like over the years he finds a scrapbook, and it's like over the years this has been going on. They sacrifice different foster kids, and they foster different kids throughout the years so they can keep sacrificing. And it was a definitely an adrenaline rush. There's a lot of times where like, fuck, dude, like come on, keep on, fight, get out of there, or damn, this is it, this is how they're gonna win, because they end up draining him, and he's like, well, if y'all better take all my essence, because if not, I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna kill all y'all. He's like, there's no way, because if the moment you wake up, you're gonna have the energy and feel like 100-year-old man, which is crazy. And that's what makes them kind of like these kids bound to the chairs, is they can't get up because literally their youth, their energy is being drained from them. And a last ditch effort, the brother who didn't kill himself, he was just being drained. He was just the next target. That in a last ditch effort, he drains the last bit of the youth from all the patients and put it in a jar, and he makes Pete Davidson drink it, essentially give him back his youth, and he goes on a killing rampage, blood splatter, gore everywhere, and he starts killing everybody. I'm a little mad that he didn't get to go after the foster parents. They end up, because there's a storm going on at the time, they end up getting impaled into their car by a piece of roof, and that's what kills them. And then he makes his way out with the brother and all his other people, because after he drains the life force from the old people that were taking the essence in the first place. So it was pretty crazy, guys. It was, again, it did keep me at the edge of my seat, because I'm like, damn, dude, I don't want him to fight back. I wanted him to get out of this situation, even though it looked like it was hopeless. But guys, I give it a good 7 out of 10 for me. Again, it's on Hulu. Make sure you check it out. I'm going to give it 2 thumbs up. Pete Davidson shocked the hell out of me. He did a really good job. I can't wait to see what he comes out in next, guys. I know he did that movie Bodies, and I need to check that. I need to review that film, because I did like it. It was pretty cool. But guys, let me know what you thought about this film when you check it out. Let me know what you thought about this review. Let me know what you thought about my spoiler free, and let me know what you want to see next, guys. And like I always say, if you're not sinning, you're not having fun. Beware the moon, guys.